Welcome to my channel, friends. Today I am going to explain a comedy drama movie which was released in the year 1993, in which a prince didn't know that the woman who is trying to attract him towards her is his own mother and the queen. So what happened when she found out that the boy is his son? For that, watch the full video. So without wasting the time, let's the explanation begin. The movie begins with a curse upon the rulers of Bournemouth, which prevents them from ever being happy in their lives. They have to face numerous troubles throughout their life. The 14th king of Bournemouth marries a model from America named Lucinda. They have a child together, and the king is very happy. However, one day during a party, the king and Lucinda forget their baby at a restaurant, where the baby was sleeping in a royal bucket with a royal rattle nearby. When Lucinda returns to the restaurant to pick up their baby, the baby is missing. The story then moves forward to Southall in 1990, where we see an Asian Indian family. In that family, we meet the main character of the movie, Tommy Patel. Tommy tells everyone that he belongs to a middle-class family and works at Bournemouth stockbroking company in the city. One day, Tommy's boss tells him to show their American quest around London. Reluctantly, Tommy agrees to do the task. In the afternoon, Tommy meets Henry, who is skeeting in the office. After talking to Henry, Tommy realizes that he is the same American guest his boss mentioned. Tommy takes Henry on a tour of London, visiting clubs and cinema halls. After that, they become good friends. However, after a few days, Tommy finds out that he has been fired from his job because he made many mistakes. Henry was behind all this. Tommy becomes angry and returns home. Then, a few days later, Tommy receives a phone call informing him that his boss and the 14th king of Bournemouth died after their boat capsized. Tommy goes to meet his new boss and finds Henry in his boss's place. He is extremely shocked. Henry tells Tommy that he is the son of the king of Bournemouth, and now everything belongs to him after their deaths. Upon hearing this, Tommy becomes very happy, and he is given his job back along with a promotion. Henry organizes a get-together at his house for everyone after his father's funeral. Since Tommy and Henry have become good friends, Henry invited Tommy to the party. Just then, a beautiful woman approaches Tommy and starts talking to him. It seemed like she was attracted to Tommy. After she leaves, a girl named Kitty comes to Tommy and tells him that she is Henry's mother and he should stay away from her. After the party ends, Tommy returns home, where his mother tells him that she is not his real mother. He was found with a silver rattle in a bucket. After this, Tommy starts investigating and discovers that he is the true prince of Bournemouth. Everyone knows that the king's son went missing with the royal bucket and rattle. Following this, Tommy goes to lawyer Max. Max is the same person who helped the Indian family adopt Tommy. Max informs Tommy that he doesn't have any special evidence to prove that he is the prince. He only has the rattle, which anyone could have stolen to pretend to be a prince. Then Tommy begins searching for evidence, which leads him to Henry's new castle. He sneaks into a room, and after that Lucinda comes there, who is the queen, and start changing her clothes. Tommy is shocked to witness this, and then Lucinda found Tommy. It turns out that Lucinda is Tommy's real mother because he is the son of the king. That's why Lucinda was repeatedly attracted to him. She wants to be intimate with him, but just then, Henry enters the room with some people. Lucinda hides Tommy in the bathroom. Suddenly, Henry opens the bathroom door, but by that time, Lucinda had already sent Tommy away from there. The next day, Tommy talks to an old policeman. He tells Tommy that, after the kidnapping of the king's child, a lady came to him with a baby claiming that it belonged to the king. However, Queen wasn't fully convinced after seeing the child that it was theirs. Now, let me tell you, my friends, that this lady now works as a chef in Henry's palace, and she loves Henry deeply because he is her real mom. She did all this intentionally so that she could live a luxurious life. That same night, after dinner, Tommy takes Kitty back to her house. Kitty starts attracting Tommy towards her, and Tommy also gets attracted to her. They both become intimate with each other. The next morning, Kitty tells Tommy that she is already engaged to Henry, and their wedding is coming up in a few days. She was just having fun with Tommy. Upon hearing all this, Tommy becomes jealous of Henry. Just then, Henry arrives there. Kitty hides Tommy in the cupboard, and then she becomes intimate with Henry. Seeing the opportunity, Tommy runs away from there, trying to reclaim everything from Henry. He plans to kill Henry, but all his plans fail. Henry manages to escape every time. A few days later, Kitty and Henry get married, and Tommy becomes very sad. Henry and Kitty go to France for their honeymoon. One day, Max comes to Tommy and tells him that he is with him in his plan and he should regain everything he lost. However, Tommy refuses his offer and says that he doesn't need him anymore. After that, Tommy also reaches France, where Kitty and Henry were enjoying their honeymoon. Even there, Tommy tries to kill Henry, but all his attempts fail and he couldn't harm Henry. Disheartened, he sets Henry's house in France on fire and returns. Upon returning, he spends time with Lucinda. At night, Lucinda tries to seduce him. The next day, he discovers that Kitty and Henry have safely returned, because when he set the house on fire, Henry and Kitty were not home, they had gone out. That's when they find out that the castle's lady chef, who is Henry's real mother, someone locked her in the freezer, and because of this she died. The following day, Kitty calls Tommy to a restaurant in private. There she tells him that she feels the curse of Bournemouth has returned, and all this is happening because of it. She further reveals that someone is trying to kill Henry. She also discloses that she is pregnant, and nobody knows that the baby is Tommy's. This child will become the future king of Bournemouth. Upon hearing this, Tommy becomes very happy and cancels his plan to kill Henry. But now another man starts trying to kill Henry. The man was none other than Max. After a few days, Kitty gives birth to a baby boy. Tommy is delighted and goes to Henry's room to meet his son. He takes his belongings with him, including the rattle. Just then, Lucinda arrives and she starts seducing Tommy again. At that moment, he notices the rattle near him and realizes that Tommy is actually her real son. That's why her face resembles the king. However, Tommy tells Lucinda not to reveal this to Henry. But Kitty and Henry were already standing outside the room and heard everything. Afterward, Henry leaves from there. Kitty comes in and tells Tommy everything. Tommy rushes outside to stop Henry, but before he arrives, Henry had already left in his car. Max informs Tommy that he has planted a bomb in Henry's car to eliminate him from the path. Upon hearing this, Tommy takes a car and chases after Henry. However, before he reaches Henry, his car explodes and he fails to save Henry. He comes back and tells Kitty about everything and suggests that they should get married now because the child is also his. But Kitty tells him that they can't do that because she lied to him about the child being his, whereas in reality, the child belongs to Henry. She did this because she thought that Tommy was trying to kill Henry. Just then, Max arrives and attempts to kill Tommy and Kitty because he wants custody of the child himself. But at that moment, Henry shows up and saves them all by killing Max. Henry had survived the blast. Afterward, Tommy gets everything he wanted, becomes the 15th king of Bournemouth, and marries his secretary. He also keeps Henry with him. Lucinda had married a policeman as well, and now they all live happily together. On that note, movie ends. So friends, that's all in today's video. If you like this video, please hit the like button. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will meet you in the next video.